video. If this happens to help you, give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me if it helps. Everything you say definitely just makes me feel good, and I'm just so happy if I can help anybody else out. So I'm just gonna kind of jump into it. So today we have call on your joy guides. So at the same time of last video of where we're supposed to be really caring for us, just pouring the care back into our bodies. Now's the time and now's the day. I guess this is the feeling that the energy that you're around today is where you kind of need to pull in kind of that good energy that you're feeling, because you may need it. Also call on your healer guides, meaning that you may need to, you may feel like you may feel like you're gonna have to either come to a challenging point in the day or a challenging point in this time coming up where you're gonna have to just kind of live your true authentic self and just be yourself and just really just express, like, your true authentic self and how you feel. And that may be sometimes a little uncomfortable, definitely, when you're coming into just being your authentic self. Things don't always stay, and sometimes things change because we change and we evolve. So as those things change and those things evolve, we sometimes, have to go through things that don't feel the greatest. And when we do have those times where they don't feel the greatest, we have to really take a time to really call upon the things that really do make us feel good, and be able to call upon the things that can actually help us to feel good. So actually taking the time to actually to take a look at your health, to see what you could be doing for your physical body, not in terms of just self enjoyment, but just like in terms of upkeep, like, just and maybe just seeing where you have some scars that you want to heal, that maybe on your emotional body. It may not be on your physical body. You may be going through like an emotional time right now. You may be feeling kind of emotional right now. So when you're feeling these kind of emotions, they can be, like water, swimming in the ocean. They can be like harsh, not everything is always peachy. So in this time, you may not feel like everything's peachy or just flowing period. Just call on your joy guides. Call on your joy guides and call on your healer guides, and just know that, I don't know how with these emotions that they come, we have to still realize that with the tides that these emotions bring, the feelings and the worries that they do bring, we still have to realize that they're gifts for us, that they're actually they're happening for us so that way we can better enjoy our lives. They're happening for our acknowledgement so that way we can be able to see something better in ourselves, so that way we can live ourselves to the fullest potential that we see ourselves to be. So just be able to kind of see the blessing in the situation. So whatever may be stirring you up emotionally, or maybe whatever is hard, whatever was hard to deal with, something you had to do with was kind of hard to deal with. Just realize that this is a blessing for you to actually start moving forward in your life, and actually just start living the life that you want to live. And with downtime on the bottom of the deck, it's just a time to really relax. They're like, you whatever this is, it was just a hump. It was just something. It was just clearing itself out. Like, we have a lot of retrogrades, we have a lot of planets going backwards. It's just time for us to acknowledge, not actually act on the things that I don't want to live like that, or, I am this way, and I will love myself completely. And no matter what that brings, just, to chill. This is who I am, and just chill in that good energy of feeling that you are good where you are, even if it may hurt. So, not gonna say even if it may hurt, even if it's different, even if it's uncomfortable, it's gonna hurt, because it won't hurt. It's gonna hurt for a second, but it's not gonna. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel right for you. It's only gonna hurt for a second, but hey, it may not be what it is. It may not be what you think it is. The most fearful things that we fear the most often aren't as scary as we normally make them out to be. So even if that is the case in this situation, just have faith that that you're gonna be okay, and that, like, just pray for a good time. Pray for a good time. Pray for the best outcome, and pray that for the best healing for everyone in the situation, so that way you can move out of this without having too many scars, and so can they. But at the same time, just pray for your own happiness and know that you're being brought to it, and have the patience and the courage to wait for it. Lastly, coming over here from the have the Trust Your Vibes deck, but also the Ask Your Guides deck, we have decisions, denial period, decisions and denial. So to me, this may be something this may be coming up from something you may not want to have been wanting to acknowledge. So this may be something new in yourself, maybe whatever new endeavor in yourself, and maybe you're coming to reality that, like, it may be not what the surface enjoys. It may be not what society is with, or it may be just something that you just have to feel like it is going against some part in yourself that wasn't dealt, or but not a part that's not a part that is fearful of what it is. Just honestly, just a fear of, like, the outside, of what other people think. Coming right down to it, you have victory relationships in the shadow, victory relationships in love and the shadow. So right now, this whatever happened, you obviously come out on top. You see something in yourself. Excuse me, let me not put my hands in the photo. You see something in yourself that you may not have wanted to always see. Something that yourself, but just know that through loving yourself and accepting whatever that is, and just listen, like a band-aid, just rip it off. Whatever it is, like, oh, I do this thing. Yeah, own it. That's what you do. You will be loved. Your true self will be accepted for who it is. And you will be able to excel in your personal relationships and love for yourself, but also just in general for how you will feel in with who you are and how you move through life and the relationships that you make. You'll feel like you can actually do something about it. Now, coming down to suffering and community. Now, it may come out like a little. You may be like, okay, well, what does that mean out of all those cards? Now I have community and suffering. Is that bad? I don't think this is a bad thing at all. I feel like suffering and community, I feel like this is honestly where it comes for you. This is you honestly seeing where you being yourself doesn't always have to align with what everybody wants, what everybody's with. So this is honestly seeing where you having to make a sacrifice in yourself and with the community, how it actually just starts bringing you into a greater sense of loving for yourself. And what it okay, this Mercury retrograde is for real. Okay, this is like the third time I've had to start this video. Anyways, so community and suffering. So this really, to me, it just seems like to get to the places that you want to go, to get to the places in yourself where you have to go, to make sure you have to call on these joy guides and your joy and your healer guides, is having to be able to kind of let some things go and to be able to let things happen the way they do. You being yourself, you realizing some of the things in yourself that you may not be the fondest of, but that make you who you are, and that's all the greatness that make you who you are. That sometimes isn't great for everybody else, but you embracing and sometimes doing all of that, sometimes, it may bring a little bit of suffering because you being yourself or you just doing what you need to do, so sorry, isn't great for those people, and that's because they're just not on your path in that way. So sometimes, like, to really get to the place where you love yourself, you got to let some people go. And that's really what this is about. And on the bottom of that deck, we have purpose. We have master teacher. So really, this is about just really kind of just figuring out who you are and what you're about. Sometimes you have to let some things go. And you have to really be honest with yourself to get to things that you really want. And that's okay. As long as you call on your joy guides and you know that there's happiness that you have is for a beautiful reason and nothing is for granted, and that you have divine healing around you, and if you ever ask for help, it will always be given to you. Accept those gifts that are right around you. Promise me, they're right there. Last, just take it easy. All right. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It was kind of quick, but it was just really just give you some help for today. If any of this helped, like, comment, subscribe. this is a very big experiment for me. So I just really appreciate I'm really just feeling appreciate all the feedback you guys have given me. Just much love. I hope you guys have beautiful days and peace out.